You gotta wake up in the morning, look at your calendar on Canvas, and see what assignments you got to finish today, and then you finish those, and then go on a run outside, do some push-ups, lift some boxes that you have in the garage, and just try to stay in shape that way. It's kind of an odd time. All the gyms are closed, and so it's just every day is different.
Must be interesting, too, when your dad's on the coaching staff and he's upstairs reminding you of everything, I'm guessing.
Yeah, that does happen. He's always edging me, hey, time to go on a run. Let's go. Let's do some push-ups. He's always helping me out that way.
We'll make him go with you. Anyway, he's a great guy. We'll talk more about that in a moment. Let me ask you, first of all, freshman year in the books, what did you learn this season? That's a big jump, from high school, especially into a program right there in the thick of things in the Pac-12. What did you learn this year?
I learned so much, just how the game needs to be played, how much the better athletes there are, how much faster it is at the next level, how much more you have to pay attention, to the film and to the analytics and the stats of everything, knowing players' tendencies. There's a lot more that goes in than just shooting the ball in the hoop and making the right pass. You gotta understand and study the game.
You just described shooting the ball in the hoop. You did a lot of that in high school, but how did your career, you were at Olympus for a couple of years, prepare you for, or could it even prepare you for what you saw your freshman year at Utah?
Yeah, I think Coach Barnes really helped me. He kind of just let me rock, and me and my teammates just kind of play free and have fun and play with a lot of confidence. And I think having that confidence already instilled from me at Olympus helped me come in this year as a freshman and be able to play right from the start. I played in every game, and it was just, the confidence is hard to come by in college, because you can lose it quick, and already having that confidence kind of helped me start out hot and start out good. And I just kind of rode it from there.
Well, I know you had the green light at Olympus. Did you have the green light at Utah this year?
Oh, yeah, I'd say I did. I just didn't shoot it as much, trying to get my teammates involved.
Well, one of the biggest highlights, there's probably a couple of them, certainly the win over BYU, but this week the State of Sports, the Utah Sports Commission, awarded the highlight of the year to the Utes in that win over Kentucky. You had a great game, 3 for 4 from threes. Tell me, first of all, about winning that award from the Governor's State of Sport and what you remember about that crazy night in Las Vegas.
Yeah, it's awesome that we got the moment of the year for that game. There's a lot of good moments in college basketball this year with Utah State and BYU. They had some great wins, and we just happened to beat Kentucky in Vegas. And Kentucky was my dream school growing up. I loved watching them play, and just down there in Vegas was a night that I'll never forget. Probably the best night of my life. It was crazy. I can't really explain it.
You think about it, that's not even a year after you're hitting shots for Olympus, and here you are playing Kentucky. When did that sink in?
I don't even know if it has yet. It's crazy just to going from playing, Skyline and Murray to playing the Kentucky Wildcats.
Yeah.
It was crazy. That night still doesn't really feel real. But it was awesome.
Well, congratulations on that award from the State of Sports as well. Let me ask you this, highlights of this past season, though. I'm thinking the win over BYU has to be one of them. And then, of course, we just talked about Kentucky. What was your highlight of the year?
Those two wins right there pretty much those are my two highlights. But I just loved playing the game with my teammates and playing in all the places we got to play in the Pac-12. We were up and down, but we had some awesome wins. But those two for sure are the highlight of the year for me.
Well, you got a lot of youth on this team, and that's, I guess kind of the downside is that it's all freshmen and sophomores for the most part. The upside is you can all grow up together. Yep. Let me ask you this. What was your message, the message from Coach Kraskowiak at the beginning of the season when he knew, hey, we're going in with a lot of youth guys? What was his message to you guys and your goals?
Our goal was just to get better every day. Coach K always talks about just building on yesterday. Always get better today. And we just tried to do that throughout the year. We knew we were going to have some ups and downs with all the young players, all the freshmen who've never, none of us ever played in a high-level game like that. and we just tried to keep on building and building, and just keep getting better and better every day, and it'll lead us into our next season.
Then at the end of the season, now you start looking to next year. What's his message at that point with all of this youth coming back?
Just the same thing. Just keep getting better, and when we're allowed to hopefully start practicing again and get in the weight room with each other soon, we're just gonna keep getting better, and we're gonna have a great next year, and we're gonna try to win a lot of games.
What are your goals personally for the upcoming season? What do you feel like you still need to work on? I'm sure your dad's told you a couple of things.
Yeah, your game always needs improvement. I'm just gonna work on becoming a better, more consistent shooter, I should say. I want to shoot high in the mid 40s from three on the year. I want to limit my turnovers and get my assists up, and just keep getting better, keep working on my defense, get my body bigger and stronger, so hopefully I can avoid a couple of those nicks and bruises that I got this year. And yeah, that's it.
Well, when you were healthy, you were starting. It was a lot of fun to watch. Hey, I got to ask you, we've been talking about your dad a little bit. What is it like playing on a team when your dad's right there? And Luke Kriskoviak's going through the same thing. How do both of you, sometimes they're tougher on their own kids.
Yeah, my dad's been my coach my whole life. He coached my AAU teams growing up until he couldn't coach anymore. And, some kids with their parents as their dads as coaches kind of have a relationship that's not as good, but our relationship is almost better when we're on the court together. And I really enjoy playing for him, and he's really smart, and I listen to everything he says, and he's just helped me become a good player, and I just want him to help me become a great one.
Same thing with Kriskoviak. That's kind of an interesting situation when, his starting point guard, his father is on his staff. Does that change the dynamic at all there?
I don't think so. I got a good relationship with Coach K, and, we get along well, and my dad and him get along well. I don't think it really changes anything.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing you on the court again next year. It's been a lot of fun. Keep up with the school, right? You and I were talking beforehand. I guess your parents have you doing some yard work too. So,
yeah.
Lastly, and I've asked all the people that we've talked to, Rylan, what would just in these challenging times with this whole coronavirus thing, what would be your message to Ute Nation and everyone out there who's, battling this like we all are?
Just stay safe, stay healthy, keep your distance, and just get through these times. Always believe there's gonna be an end, and just stay healthy and safe.
Well, Rylan, thank you so much. A lot of fun watching this year. Continued success, and you as well. My best to your family, and stay home, stay safe, and we hope to see you out there again soon sometime.
Thank you very much.